Welcome to this edition of Monday Marketing Minutes, brought to you by How to Manage a Small Law Firm. My name is Chelsea, and today we are talking about the do's and don'ts of social media automation. So you may notice that I'm in the same location that I was in last week. However, one of the points of today's topic is that social media automation tools can actually be used to help you keep up with your social media needs and communication when you may or may not be in the office to actually handle it. Now, social media automation has been very misunderstood and confused because it can be abused. And the reason why it can be abused is that I want to make the distinction between social media automation and engagement. Those are two very, very different things. Social media automation involves using tools such as Cloud, Hootsuite, Facebook Scheduler, like that was used to post this particular video, or a variety of other tools. There's Buffer, there's Sprout Social, there's, literally probably a dozen or more social media automation tools that you can use to automate your content, where you build Excel sheets or you enter posts individually, and then you select the social media networks that you want them to go out on and the time of day that you want them to be distributed, which can be very, very beneficial if, in my situation, I'm flying across the Pacific when this needs to go live. So for me, I'm using it as a tool to get the communication and get the content out at a time where I'm physically unavailable to do so myself. So that's step one. That's just the actual content publishing. So the difference is publishing versus engagement. Automation tools should not be used for engagement. That requires an actual person, an actual human, to be interacting with the people who have responded to your content online. Now, there are ways, if let's just say social media is not your thing, there are ways to have, let's say, an outsourced agency, an intern, someone in your office, perhaps front office staff who are just really inclined and love social media. I know everybody has in their office has someone who is just all over social media all the time. This might be a good person to pick to help you engage with your clients. Train them on the boundaries of UPL, or unauthorized practice of law, and make sure that they understand that they cannot answer legal questions. However, that they can respond and interact with people on your social media pages who are interacting with your content. And that is the difference between publishing and engagement. So automation tools should be used to publish your content throughout the week during times where maybe you don't have the physical time 5 times, 4 times, 3 times a day to log in, physically write content and publish it. You can use these scheduling tools and automators to publish your blog posts, to publish videos, to publish links to your website, to publish relevant news for your community or practice area, so that you have consistency across all of your social media profiles. But then when people actually interact with your posts, that should not be done through an automation tool. That is a huge no-no, and something that you should stay away from, because what it does is it makes it feel very robotic, it makes it feel very unhuman and very detached, and that is the opposite of what social media is meant to do. It's meant to build relationships, it's meant to connect you with people who are interested in your business, and when they find out that it's not really you or someone from your firm, it can create a very disenchanted feeling, disheartening feeling, and completely turn them off from your business and your brand, and possibly have them spreading the news that you're not actually the one doing your social media. So, things to remember about using an automation tool. Use it to publish content, not to handle engagement. And that is really the line in the sand that you need to be aware of. And then the second is that the consistency is going to bring about more activity. So as you use an automation tool, because you have more content physically going out there, the need for you to be paying attention to those profiles is actually going to increase, because what you're doing is you're building your following, you're producing more content, so naturally you're going to have more activity there. So just have a plan, whether it's you setting aside time. Often a balance is that you use an automation tool to publish or bulk upload a large amount of content for the week or for the month, and then that gives you the time to actually check in on it, maybe every, in the morning, around noon, and then again at night, and answer anything that might have come in. You can also set up alerts. I just do warn you that social media can always become a distraction and a huge time suck. So if you are going to set this content out to be published on a regular basis, just know that you're going to time box the amount of time that you spend on engagement, and be there as much as you can, but just be cognizant that you do have real work to do throughout the day. Not that social media is not real work, but that there is a balance there. So we'll be publishing and posting a lot more information on automation tools, on social media marketing, on engagement tips and tricks, as well as reporting in the coming few months. So thank you so much for spending your time with me. Signing off from Singapore, this is Chelsea Lambert. I will see you again next week.